quick proof of concept as to how your week 1 station will work with mapping. So here's how this is going to go. First, there's this form on the bottom here in the notes. This is what you're going to need to have posted for the kids to access. So you're going to use that and then import some data from that form into a map. It's pretty straightforward, but I just want to walk through it with you so you kind of know what to expect. So the first step of this process is the kids will access this form. And they will also access this website that includes many of the locations along the Silk Road. Now this may need a little tinkering to fit, and I'll talk about that in a second on the form. So each kid should get a different city. Let's do Baku, Azerbaijan. So we're going to open that up. So in there, we know Baku's capital, Azerbaijan, ancient trade route, choice for any vegetables, region has good natural oil supplies and a valuable commodity. So when the kids fill out this form, they'll take their city. So their city is Baju, and that Baju is in Azerbaijan. Just copy that to make sure it's spelled right. Okay. And then primarily it was oil that was traded here. So what I'd like for it to be able to happen is that you could have these things be pretty standard, but it may not be possible. And we may just need to put this and change it into a text response. But if you look at this, you decide. And then one piece of information about this location. So then once again, they're researching and best harbor in the Caspian Sea. Okay, that seems really interesting, so I'm going to include that. Best harbor in the Caspian Sea, making it an essential stop for traders and merchants. Okay, and then I thought this would be kind of fun to add in here just to try and give a little present day tie-in. But for the kids to think about, if there's a modern day Silk Road in the U.S., what's a city they've been to that they think should be a part of that? You can use this as a fun discussion in class if you have time. So, I don't know, I really like Seattle, so I'm going to put Seattle in there. And I feel like I'm not spelling it right. Okay, and then we're going to submit. So they submit this, and then it goes to your form. On your form, you're going to make a spreadsheet. Okay. So here's where it gets fun. After the kids all do this step, then you are going to go to mymaps.google.com and you're going to make a map. So this is going to be different than how the kids do it because you're going to use something called the import function that's going to throw all these spots in the map for you. The kids in week 2 are going to be putting spots on the map, and week 3 they're going to be using a Google My Map to make some evaluation. All right, so you have a map. You're going to click import. And then you're going to go to Google Drive and recent. And more than likely, your spreadsheet's going to be pretty near the top. Sample map import. There we go. Upload failed. Columns names cannot be longer than 64 characters or include these. Okay, so I need to fix that. What columns surpass 64 characters or included illegal characters? I bet it's this one. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll make that change here so that hopefully you don't run into issues on your end. All right, let's try that again. So we're going to import, sample map import. There we go. Okay, so first step, you're choosing the columns to position your place marks. I'm going to do is what is your city, what is your country. Very important that they spell things correctly when they submit this. So that's just going to put these in their place. We're going to skip this bottom one for now. That'll come later. So I'm going to click continue. And then what should be used is a title for the place mark. So you could use, if you collect kids' names, you can put kids' names on there. Otherwise, we can choose what the name of their city is. And then we're going to finish. And so then it's going to load in all the points from that spreadsheet and automatically place them on the map. So if I zoom out, we got Baju and Azerbaijan. And what the hope will be that happens if you've got 25 different points, you'll get to see the Silk Road built along the way, which will be kind of neat. And then you'll be able to do some fun stuff with it. If you want to play around with the styles, you can click on individual styles and choose styled by data column. And then this is the reason why I wanted this to be a selected response for primary good, because then when you choose this option, now you can see, the different colors, what the primary good was there. And you can even add a data label to it so you can see. If when you look at this, decide if you think that's worth it or not. If not, we can make it and just make it a simple response question and see how things shake out. So then the next part of this is that other question I asked about the US Silk Road. You want to click Add Layer, and then we do the same thing. We import Google Drive, recent, and then we're going to do sample map import again. And this time we're going to do bonus question. What US city? We're going to continue, and then how to title it. We can probably title it same thing, that US city. And finish. And that's going to load as well. And so you'll have a layer that's the Silk Road, and a layer that's the US Silk Road, and then you can just toggle those on and off if you choose. And then anything they put in a description you can see here. So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense. I would maybe try and practice it a bit, and you can use this sample form if need be. And I am happy to help you out as you give it a try.